Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
What's going on there? I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll just go on his Facebook channel and see if he'll respond.
Yeah, well, not even respond if you're on his Facebook and you see he's on, because you usually can tell if he's on. If he's on, you
He
just
come on there. Every once in a while he come on live,
right,
but
and then
most
you
of the
come
time
on,
he'll record it.
and then you come on there live and tell him, say, hey man, what happened to you? We invited you to come on our show and stuff, but what, you a coward or what?
You're gonna be a coward in the next 6 months. I can guarantee you that.
Why you say that?
This bullshit these bullshit ass people go, yeah, man, why you do that?
What?
Why you put me on there, bro?
It's because this is news. You said it, so hey, nobody's gonna say anything about it. Just say, oh, excuse my French, and keep on going. I don't want to. A lot of times we be going to doing talking, and there'll be some interesting things that's being said, and it's not being recorded so people can see what's going on. So I figured, hey, click the button and we take what we get. And so we got some BF people here. Keep on going. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Oh no, I'll just well, what I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
I was thinking, because we're in a situation. Let me ask you this question here, and welcome everybody to the show. Anybody that's listening to the show, I know a lot of people listen to the show, but you don't click on that you like and subscribe, because we appreciate if you do that. I'm asking nicely, like and subscribe. Now, the thing about what I'm going to talk about, and I don't know how heavy we're going to get into this. Should Black people have a class system? That's my question.
They already have a class system.
I understand that, but I said, should we? Now, let me tell you the reason why I say that. When I moved to California in 79, 80, I used to go anywhere I want to in California, especially in the LA area. And I used to go down Crenshaw and I'll see movie stars walking down the street. I'll go to different parties that somebody said, oh, so-and-so having a party. And you just walk in the door. No problem. They might have one at their home. They might have it at a hotel. And you just go. And you be welcome. Oh, welcome. And we have a nice little time. Well, now, you can't do that. They can't do that now.
Why not?
Because it's not safe.
What do you mean safe?
Just what I said, it's not safe.
What happens?
They might get robbed. They might get accosted or whatever. The bottom
And
line is that
so let me get this clear. So if you are see an ad or an invite to come to someone's house for a big party or whatever, what you were telling me is that when you come to the party or somebody else come to the party, you might get robbed at that party, or
that's
you
not
might.
what I said, Ed.
But that's what I'm
What I
asking.
said, listen,
That's what I'm
listen to what I'm
asking.
saying.
That's what I'm asking.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
that's not what I said. I said
But I'm asking a question.
what
So
I'm asking
okay.
you, what I'm, listen to what I said, beginning of the conversation. I used to can walk down Crenshaw and I would see movie stars, athletes, go to the gym, pro athletes, no problem. And we would get invited to go to a movie star or star's house party and walk right on in, no problem. They'll welcome you in and you have a good time, you meet people. And it was no where you came from, who are you, I don't know you, and all that kind of stuff. It was, and you came there, you was dressed, you was looking nice, you wasn't all haggard and all that. But what I'm saying is that it was more open. Black folks was more welcoming. Even when we came up, we should not lock our doors and all of that. Now, the class system is something that has been a big thing back in the 60s, 50s. They start drumming that up, talking about the social, basically what it is, social hierarchy based on factors like wealth, income, education, and occupation. However, they claim that there's 3 types of classes. There's the middle class, lower class, and upper class. And it's broken down in income. Middle class is 58,000 to 160,000. That's middle class. Lower class is 30,000 or below. Upper class is 160 to 200,000. Upper class or higher. So when you're making that kind of money, then obviously you're going to be living in more expensive homes, driving more expensive cars. So then you are in a different class and a possible different social surrounding, depending on your occupation. So like if you're a lawyer, engineer, so on and so forth, doctor, you're in a different class because usually you're making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 possibility. So that's a certain class. You say we already have a class. That's true. But should we have a class? Now you have the lower class, which is classified as poor people, working class people. They say that there's pretty much about 40 million people that are in the lower class that are poor people. Now, my thing is that what divides us as a people is the class system. Whether it's good or bad, the reason why a lot of people is classes is because you have more possessions. And because you have the class system, if you do not have the right behavior, and if you're poor, what happens? You steal, you rob, whatever. So therefore, who wants to welcome you into their home? So that's the problem right now. When you have, we talked about this the other day, people that's poor and they don't have no money, or they're into drugs and they don't have no money, then they're going to try to steal or they're going to try to rob. So the point is that how do you bring up 20, 30 million people? 20 million people, let's say 15 million people that are black are living in poverty out of the 50 million. That's a lot of people. So how do you bring those people up? How do you bring those people to have the right behavior where what they won't steal from people that's better off than you? That's the question. Behavior. And a lot of, when I was come up, I learned in the sociology classes, they say, you are a product of your environment. So if your environment is always talking about pimping and drugs and all that, you become that product. If you don't have the willpower or the family background or something strong to keep you from going to that lifestyle. What you're thinking about is saying, hey, can I become a doctor, or can I become an accountant, or can I become whatever? Can I become a plumber or a carpenter? So the point is that I'm bringing up this class thing and I'm saying, should we even have a class? Because see, the one thing that I've been noticing, the Indian people from India, they strive on classism. And now I'm looking at the Latinos. They strive on classism. Now the Latinos is different from the Indians, but the Indians is the same because they have their own religion. But we know that the Latinos' major religion is Catholic religion. And the Catholics is all about behavior, the 10 Commandments. They go to church every day. Sometimes twice a day, they have mass. So what is our foundation as Black people for our behavior? How do we change our behavior where we don't use drugs? Or let's say you might use drugs, but what I'm saying is where you can control your substance abuse or whatever and things like that. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Behavior is the whole key to our people. That's what I think. And the class system is what it is. I mean, if you're rich, you're rich. If you're middle class, you're middle class. You're poor, you're poor. But the point is, just because you're poor don't mean that you have to act ignorant or act like, you don't have any respect for other people's property, or you don't have respect for that person. And I think it's all about the behavior. How do you treat your fellow man? That's what it's all about. And what we haven't done, we haven't brought that prospect to the masses, behavior. Not necessarily we're trying to behave to stay out of trouble. Yes, that helps if if you're not out there stealing cars or if you're not selling drugs and what have you. But the point is that you're doing it not only for yourself, but you're doing it for your family, you're doing it for yourself, and you're doing it for your community. And that's a learned thing. You have to learn how to behave well. It's not about class. You know, I mean, that's an economic thing. That's a professional thing. Because you can be a janitor and have and be what they call class, have class to be a janitor. Because Martin Luther King said, what? If you're going to be a janitor, be the best janitor in the world. Class is about behavior. It's not about income. Because everybody don't want no Cadillac or Rolls Royce. Everybody don't want no big old 20 room home or 30 room home or 25 cars or gold watches and gold chains all around your neck. It's behavior, bro. So I'm saying to the people that's out there, you know, teach your children how to behave. And now you might not think that believe in the Bible. The 10 Commandments is a good way to do it. It tells you, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not kill. Those are behavior factors. And it don't have to be like a moral thing. It's a moral thing, but at the same time, it's a behavior factor. Because then, you know, if you do something against one person, you commit against a person, then, you know, like if you lie on a person, you bear false witness. That's a behavior thing. So what I'm saying is that I don't care how much money you make. There are people that's multi-millionaires and billionaires. They ain't worth a crap. But what I'm saying is that our thing was, and I'm just saying was, behavior, good behavior. Now, we always had that one or two people in our community that was, you know, bad news. But I'm telling you, the majority of us had good behavior. I remember if I used to walk down the street, if I did something wrong, when I got back home, my parents already knew about it. It's behavior, bro. That's all I'm saying. It ain't class. The class system, the economic class system.
I'm still trying to figure out how you are relating a class system to behavior habits.
Social norms. Social norms. Social. Social is part of the economy as a whole, because, you know, the social norms of classism is the same thing, because you got people that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, and they out there hooking. And they hanging around millionaires.
But how does that relate to behavior?
How does it relate to behavior?
Right. How does having money behavior? How does being in a class, being ranked in a class, have to do with behavior?
Well,
habits.
Well, I think I thought I had made myself clear. If you poor and you don't, let's say you don't have anything, or let's say you have limited access to, oh, I don't have a car. You got to catch the bus or the L or whatever. Or you got to bum a ride to go to work.
Okay. How does that have to do with behavior?
Well, you get upset because you don't have no car. So now you're upset you don't have no car. You don't have no money to get a car.
You're making a big leap here, Ted. You're making a big leap.
I'm just using it as an analogy. That's all.
I can't leap that valley yet.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. You know, we struggled trying to get a car. You know that. When we was teenagers, we struggled to try to get a car, and we was walking and
Yeah,
hitchhiking.
but how
And
does that have to do with behavior? Because I
well, you
struggle
can
to
take
get a
one turn or
car.
another. I'm gonna go steal this car, or I'm gonna save my money until I have enough so I can get my own car. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now, can we change the subject a little bit? We just spent 20
Go
minutes
ahead.
on this.
Go ahead. You can bring it.
Because
I'm
I'm
just saying.
still, I can't.
I'm
But my
the
mind is
people
not
that's
putting
out
this.
there.
My mind is not putting all
I'm
this
just
together.
saying the
I've been
people that's
thinking,
out there.
and while you talking, I've been sitting here thinking and stuff and everything. What does this have to do with class and behavior? I'm trying to figure that out, but I haven't. So
I'm
we
telling
just
you,
spent.
I'm telling
We
you,
just.
bro,
But
because
that's.
there are different classes of people. There are people that are making $200,000 a year.
I understand that. And that's a class. You're in a class. But I'm trying to figure out how to help you jump.
Economically,
How do you make okay, economic. I can understand the class there in economics, but I can't understand that behavior. I can't see how you connected that together. But maybe I'm missing something. You
we'll
think?
come back to it. That's okay. I got some more stuff. But go ahead.
Okay. Now,
Change the subject.
yesterday we spoke about 2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod.
Pod.
You had to explain that to
And
me.
you asked me, how does Vladimir Putin and Trump have to do together? And I sent you a video
I
of
saw
how they are together. And they are showing that they are together as one. This man has already started to placate Putin. They are 2 peas in a pod, and you can't take them out. The only thing that is different is, and I'm going to use your word, class. The only thing is different is the class is there. And I look at Putin as being higher in the class and the pecking order than I see Trump as being in the pecking order. That is the only difference between them. Trump is beneath him, even though he's supposed to be is very soon the leader of the free world. He's actually not. He has placed himself below this man. And how he thinks that he is going to progress or to take this country into something that we can be proud of by doing this, I have no idea. I'm seeing, I'm Ted, we already know right now, and I'm just like you just mentioned, that the DOD they have already picked this man to head the DOD. It's just a foregone conclusion that it's going to happen because you can see it. All the Democrats are trying their best to put some dirt on him and stack him up, but these Republicans, they like that smell. They like that smell of doo doo. If the more doo doo you have on you, the better they like it. So now we're getting into the other folks and stuff and everything that's getting ready to happen to be confirmed and stuff by the Senate. You look at your man.
Treasury.
The
Did you see that
the
fiasco in the budget?
the lady that they're getting ready to put in as an attorney general,
That's a joke.
that has to be the biggest joke. And the sad part about this whole thing is that the Peter, he tried to cover his mess up, but this woman looked these people in the face and said, "Yeah, Biden didn't win." She still denied it and saying crazy stuff. She hasn't covered nothing up. he didn't win. And she still was elected Janaya. And I don't know. Maybe they gonna get her in there too. I don't know. But this is becoming a clown show. It really is. Unqualified people being put into positions because that's who he wants there and he likes, and they sucking up to him. They done kissed the ring. They done went down to Mar-a-Lago and kissed that ring, and they got a job. And they're going to be the ones who are leading departments in this country. Now, I don't understand why he, for some reason or another, Vaxawami, he made a decision to put him somewhere, but now he's telling this old boy, you need to go over there and run for the Senate, the U.S. Senate there in Ohio. You live in Ohio, so you can run for the Senate there.
Telling who?
Huh?
Bellaswali?
Yeah. Trump done told him, you go to run. He got him in there as with Elon in there for the Dodge group committee, but now he's telling Swami to go run for the Senate in Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah. You go run for the Senate in Ohio. And he's already tried to contact these folks in Ohio, the governor, because, the governor, he has to appoint someone until they have an election. So he's trying to get DeWine, who is the governor in Ohio, to appoint Vassalswamy as the senator for Ohio. But there's a cog in the wheel. There's a wrench in the works. Old DeWine ain't a Trump fan. He hasn't went and kissed the ring at all. And whether he's gonna put him in there or not, I don't know. If Trump can put enough pressure on him to do it, I have no idea. But he has already gotten someone. There's been several others candidates and stuff in the state of Ohio who have put their name in the hat to become the appointed U.S. Senator for the state of Ohio. Now, first of all, why would Trump do this? Why move him away from Elon Musk and put him and tell him to go and be a senator in the U.S. Senate? Got a question in my mind and stuff. Why would he do that? After he had said, I'm going to appoint him to do this. Him and Elon going to straighten this country out. They're going to take Dodge, and do what they need to do to make the government efficient. And then all of a sudden, take him and move him over someplace else. Kind of strange there. And if I'm Vassalswamy, I'm wondering, why the hell is this man pushing me over there to be the senator? He hasn't taken away some power that I'm supposed to be getting and moving me over there into a U.S. Senate seat, where I'm just sitting there in the Senate with a bunch of other nuts. You don't need them in the Senate. They got enough votes and stuff and everything that they can do what they want to do.
So what do you think?
I'm thinking that he's trying to get that man out of his sight, take him away from that position that he put him in. Vassalswamy, when Laura Ingraham jumped all over them folks.
I was embarrassed for him.
Yeah, she jumped all over them. But guess what? Elon came out there with them off the wall, ooh, 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 But Swami wrote something, and it was tough, brother. I mean, I ain't no Republican fan or whatever, but that man wrote something, and it was very intelligent. He didn't have to curse. He didn't have to holler and scream, but what he put in that daggone his statement and everything, man, it was something else. And he spoke the absolute truth. If you read that daggone thing, you would have had to say, that man spoke the truth. And ever since then, we haven't heard a whole lot from Swami.
He overstepped his boundaries, huh?
Yeah, he's and Elon has he already moved. He already got him a spot in the White House already. He done moved in. He done got him a house. He got one of the outhouses. He done moved into. That's he's already. They told me he got to pay rent, but he's getting ready to move in. But Swami has it. They haven't done anything and stuff with him. I'm kind of worried here and stuff, Ted, that, and I ain't gonna say it, but he got the wrong color on him.
And I don't think he know it.
He got the wrong color on him. He got the wrong color, brother. Because you take a look at his cabinet. You take a look at his cabinet. His cabinet other than your senator from Florida and stuff and everything, man.
Well, they got this other guy that's the black job, the HUD position. So
hey, I'm kind of getting curious here. What the heck going on here? And my girl, I have to give her just dues.
who?
Whatever didn't happen, it did pissed girlfriend off, and you don't piss off no black woman. And Po B.O., he got to go and sit. But she said, I ain't sitting with that rat, that dirty dog. You can't make me go over there and sit with him.
Well, I heard that Barack Obama, Bush, and Clinton, they weren't coming.
Oh, did I?
Now I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. That's what I
Well,
read.
well, she done already said she ain't coming. She already said, I'm not coming. Now, I haven't heard that. Now, that might be true, but I haven't heard that. But I do know that she says she ain't coming. She don't want to be seen with him at all. At all. That's why she didn't show up for Carter's funeral. She didn't want to be seen with him at all. So that would speak loudly, Ted, if they didn't show up.
What would it say?
Man. Whew. I didn't realize that, but someone told me that when Biden got his inauguration, he didn't show up either.
No, he didn't.
So that rascal ran out of town, jumped in his little helicopter and flew the coop and said, forget him. He ain't waited for him to come. He didn't do anything. When Biden came in there, the first time Biden walked through them doors and stuff, when he got through being inaugurated as president, that was the first time he had a chance to get himself into that daggone White House to even figure out how to start his new administration.
There you go, because there wasn't no
So-
transfer of power, bro.
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Well, Biden's gonna be there.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if he's not coming, and if BO not coming, and if Bush not coming, and hey, it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I think
I-
Biden is gonna be there.
Hey, well, that's up to him. He's the ex-president, so hey, well, he's the president up until Monday. He got 3 more days. So I'd be applauding that. Go ahead on, brothers. Y'all go ahead on. Let that rascal know that he he does not have their consent to do what the heck he is doing.
Well, usually it's a big deal because, it's a fashion show too, with the ladies. So they'll probably be there.
Well, I haven't heard anything different that they wasn't going to be there. So I don't know.
Well, I read that they said they weren't coming.
Oh, well, they may not be. It wouldn't bother me at all. It would be some talk about it that they didn't show up. Yep, it would be some talk. And they would be trying to question all of them to find out why they didn't show up. And they probably have some valid reasons to not to come. So I do know that most of the folks that I know said they're not going to even watch it. They're going, and a lot of folks who
I'm
stream
not gonna
stuff,
watch it.
a lot of folks who stream said they're not going to watch it either. They're not going to even stream it. We're not going to stream it. We're not going to do anything. And whatever happens, happens. And Fox going to have it, and probably CNN probably going to have it. MSNBC probably going to have it because they got to suck up because they still scared. I got some cartoons, Ted, that I'm going to be starting to include into our final show that goes up there online. Very nice cartoons and stuff, man. And I don't know, maybe some of the people who are watching the show might want to stop it and read them cartoons that I got up there. They're very relevant. And they speak loudly for what the heck is happening right now. One of the things and stuff that I'm going to throw in here, Ted, and I know we spoke about this a couple of shows ago. I'm having a real problem and stuff, and there are people and stuff who are sitting over there in that devastated area. Man, the place is absolutely messed up. Everything over there has been burnt to a crisp. You're talking about thousands of acres of homes, people's lives and stuff have been devastated. And to hear people blame the mayor of LA and the governor of LA for that disaster that's going over there, it just eats me up, I'm telling you. Because as we're getting more and more facts and stuff about what's going on, they haven't had any rain in LA in over 10 months? Not one drop of rain. You don't have any rain or no moisture going anywhere. What the heck can you do to stop a fire? It is dry as a powder house over there. Stuff is dead. And if you strike anything, and then you got a wind that's coming in there at 60 and 70 miles an hour coming off the ocean, and it's hot. And you put that together, that wind and whatever, it don't take much of a spark to start a fire. And what can you do to stop it? I have no idea. And to blame these folks and everything for it, it is unconscionable for them to do it. And I'm wondering and stuff, starting Monday, what the heck is going to happen to those folks over there? How are they going to rebuild their lives and stuff back in that area? I don't know. I'm just, I guess he's going to go over there and throw paper towels at them too, huh? This is unconscionable, man, that they're doing this. And the fact that they have a community over there of somewhat prosperous people of color, and their area has been destroyed, man. These folks, they don't have no millions of dollars and stuff to rebuild their property. They don't have it. So they're going to need some government help. They're going to need it awfully bad. Man, I feel sorry for them folks over there. I really do.
Well, they're doing a concert. And that probably raised a couple billion. But that ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing. They done kicked that number up there. Now they up to almost $300 billion.
What?
They up to 300 billion. They said that all the devastation there, they said it's gonna cost at least, they estimated in $300 billion, $250 to $300 billion to fix it up. And that's short. All them homes that much acreage. And they still got fires over there that they have not contained yet. That are still burning. How are you going to get rid of all that toxic waste and stuff that's there that's happening?
That's a good question. And where will you take it?
Yeah. What you going to do with it? That's what I'm saying. How are you going to get rid of that? Because they already telling people and stuff now, if smoke is in the air, put a mask on. Because it's in the air and the wind is blowing it all around. And
that's toxic. What killed Donna Summers. She lived in New York when they had that 9/11 thing.
Mm.
That's what they say. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I read. That stuff is dangerous, bro.
It's dangerous.
All that toxic.
And these people are treating this stuff like they deserved it.
You know, while you was talking, I found a list of all the accomplishments, and I want to give Joe Biden and Kamala Harris their flowers.
Go ahead, please.
Infrastructure. One of the first presidents in years to do infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Technical innovation at home. CHIPS, the CHIPS Act. Taking on big pharma, making pharmaceuticals less. Tackling the climate crisis. Made in America. He had an initiative to start factories and businesses so people can have a domestic, local businesses, the things that were made in America. That was the big push. Supporting American families and access to care. Strengthening global partnerships with NATO. Partnerships to Africa, leaderships on world stages. Support for the Ukraine. Protecting the American people as far as the safe and secure. Brought hundreds of people home who was being hostage. Investing at home to outcompete the people in Republic of China. He did the Veterans Act, where he saved all of those people. I mean, he did so many things, man. It's just like crazy. I'm just passing up stuff. Tackling the mental health crisis. Combating hate of all kinds. Fighting discrimination and hate-filled violence. Advancing equity and racial justice. LGBTQI plus rights. I mean, this goes on and on, man. This dude was, I mean, he was doing some of everything, reducing gun violence. I remember he passed that bill.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were one of the toughest gun laws that passed in a long time.
Student debt relief.
That's a biggie there, buddy. I was wondering when you were going to say that one. That thing touches our community big time.
Protecting Social Security and Medicare. The clean energy future. Conservation, he's saving the parks and all that. I mean, there's all kind of stuff, man. This dude, he had these people working on it, things that he's passed. I only read about half of it.
Right, and he was a big proponent of alternate fuel, electric cars, getting those car manufacturers to start producing more electric cars, to start reducing the emissions and stuff that is going out in the air, becoming energy independent, where we are producing more oil than we are consuming.
I just wanted to give him his flowers.
Hey,
thank you, President Biden.
He deserved it. Did you hear his speech?
Yes, I did.
Anything important?
Everything that we were talking about yesterday.
Anything important to come out of that?
He talked about the oligarchy, brother.
I heard that.
The same thing we was talking about yesterday.
Yep.
The oligarchy. I'm telling you. It's a real thing, bro. It's, the gilded age. Right now we are in I call it the stupidity age and the grifters age. Because these people that's trying to make money, they want to make money from the government.
Oh, yeah.
They want all of that money. They want taxes cut. They want government contracts. They want that money. They want at least $1 trillion to $2 trillion of that money. Because see, we can only consume so much, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They can only make so much money from us because that's why they nickel and diming us. You was talking about your subscriptions. I got a subscription here and I got a subscription there. See, they nickel diming. A lot of that stuff used to be free, bro. I used to go on them business channels and business things, and I go in there and read some nice articles. Used to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta subscribe. They nickel and diming people. I know everybody got to make money, but my goodness, come on, bro, sell some advertising. I mean, you big enough. You know, if you got a small company, you know, let's say like a media company like us, we can sell newsletters. Well, we might sell 300 or 400 newsletters for $100 a month, or $50 a month, or $25 a month, or whatever. But you sitting around here selling subscriptions. You got newspapers now, man. They so slick. Now I'm used to reading newspapers, real newspapers. Now I got on a newspaper, and you're gonna charge me regular fee for all I gotta do is click.
Mm-hmm.
What's it costing you? It ain't costing you nothing. But putting it on the internet, put it on your site, as much as you should charge me is $2 a month, or $3 or $4 a month. You want somebody to read your newspaper? I ain't paying you no $30 a month to read something on the internet.
Speaking of subscriptions, the some of the a group of the top employees at the Washington Post sent a letter to their owner.
Oh,
Said they need to talk to him. They wanted him to come and talk to those employees. He hasn't responded yet, but they asking him to respond, to come and talk to them about what's going to happen with their newspaper. And I did not realize and stuff, but they've already cut 22% of their daggone staff at the Washington Post since the after the election has happened.
Ed, you already said it. That he bought the Post because he wanted that what?
I know, but they still want to be able to. Before this election cycle, he never even bothered them. They ran themselves. He never bothered them. He never came in there and told them what to put into that newspaper. But after he came there and told them what he wanted them to put into that newspaper and what they can and they cannot print and stuff in that newspaper, that created a firestorm there at that newspaper by him doing that. Because like I said before, he's on them for what, 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years now he's on them. What he bought him, I think, back in 2019 or 2018 or something like that, he bought him for $450 million. He bought the newspaper.
Chump change for him.
Yeah, with chump change then. Even then, with chump change.
Somebody just gave us a thumbs down.
Right. They just and like I said, he wanted their property. He didn't want the newspaper, so he left it alone. But now all of a sudden, he's going to stick his nose into the newspaper business and everything and tell them what they can and cannot print. That had created a firestorm within that paper. And if he does not correct it, they're probably going to lose the Washington Post because everybody that's going to be in there is probably going to leave. All the good ones.
Well, here's the game plan. But the thing is, they're going to have to move from that spot. They can still have the paper, but he said he wanted that land.
Well, he already got the land. He already started working. He moved into part of it. The part that he did, he had that thing redone. It's completed. It's already been redone. And he uses it every now and then for himself. But like I said, he never came next door.
There?
Huh?
He got living quarters there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he put that in there as a place where he can go and stay at if he wanted to. You know, being the richest man in the world at that time, he could afford to do that. You know, they got 10 or 12 homes that they can go to anytime they get ready. So you don't know where the hell he's at. And it's in Washington, D.C., the heart of this country.
We're in an oligarchy.
Yep.
And the people is going to have to rise up. And I don't mean marching neither. Because marching ain't going to do you a bit of good.
Mm-hmm. And not subscribing to his newspaper ain't going to do you very good either. you're going to have to hit that man in his pocketbook. And his pocketbook is what? Amazon. And most people ain't going to bother that thing.
They're already talking about, people talking about dropping out of Facebook because of what Zuckerberg did, what he said. He dropped those 40,000 truth tellers. Fact checkers.
Right. Now that rascal, he can't afford people to leave Facebook because that's where his money is at. Whereas with Bezos and stuff, all of his money does not come from the Washington Post. As a matter of fact, they've lost money every year that he's on the paper. But he doesn't care about it because that's like pennies, nickels, dime to him. Hell, he makes that in about a month or less.
That's the truth.
Yeah, so he's concerned about that. But Zuckerberg doesn't have anything to fall back on. The only thing he got that is Facebook. All his eggs is in one basket.
Well, I did a little research on Bezos. Let me tell you about him. I gotta put on my glasses for this, bro. Let me tell you something. Bezos has what they call a family office. The name of the office, and this handles all his finances. He calls it the Bezos Expedition. It's a private investment firm founded by Jeff Bezos in what year? 2005. And he manages personal investments and the company's net debts. So he has a personal financial advisor. And then also he has another holding, a Nash Holdings LLC, private company he owns. Plus he has a Bezos Family Foundation. At one time he bought this. You remember they were him and Zuckerberg and Mark Cuban and all them was talking about having their own health plan.
Yeah.
Well, he bought this medical center. They have a bunch of franchises. And it's valued at $3.9 billion. And there's more than 20 of them throughout the country. And a lot of his workers use their services because they use it, to go there for medical things. But here's the thing though, bro. This dude invests in so many things. And his investment in Airbnb 2011, he started investing in that. Basecamp 06, Blue Origin 2000. He's the founder of that.
Right. He tried. He had a launch and stuff on that a couple of days ago that he had to scrub.
Now this is something I didn't know. He owns the Business Insider. That's where I used to get all my business news. The Business Insider. 2013. Cloud Pager. Next Door, 2013. You know what that is, Next Door?
Mm-hmm.
He got, I'm trying to see things that we might know. Uber, he invested 2011 on that. This dude, he's smart, bro. He's smart. He got his money everywhere.
Diversified.
It's diversified. He's got an Amazon Robotics. He acquired that in 2012. He owns, wait for this, MGM.
Whoa, MGM Studios?
That's right.
Oh, shoot.
He bought that in 2021. Hello?
Hello? Media. Got him by media company.
I ain't hating on him. I'm just saying.
He bought it by media company.
When and I can go on and on some of these billionaires, bro.
I know.
They own so
they
much
got
stuff now.
their hands in a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And most people don't even know that they got their hands in it. Now, when you speak of MGM, is that MGM Studios or MGM Resort?
Hold on. It's studios, bro.
Studios? Okay, because there's an MGM Resort, and the MGM Resort is into casinos.
Well, he acquired it in 2021.
MGM Studios.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's the difference there. You got MGM Studios, and MGM Resort.
Well, don't let me lie.
If he's in the MGM Resort, he's that son of a gun is worth a lot more money. He might be worth more than
capital N, capital G, cap MGM, STUDIO studio.
It is right here, bro. MGM Studios.
Okay, there you go. That's the studios. That's the media. Okay, man, we at the end here, brother. Final word here.
Well, yeah, here it is right here. Parent organization, Amazon. Oh Lord, he bought it for 8.4. He bought it for 8.45
billion. Oh wow. Okay. Well, he got it. He got it to do what he worked with $200-300 billion, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, my final word is this. Behavior. It's all about behavior. You have to control your behavior. That's the best. I'm telling you. It's hard because you're going to run into knuckleheads, but it's hard, but you got to control your behavior. And you got to act correctly. You might not like the 10 Commandments, but I'm going to tell you, if you stick by the 10 Commandments, it'll serve you through. It'll do you right. Don't steal, don't kill, don't lie, don't covet. I'm telling you, it'll do you right. It's a beginning, it's a start off. That's all.
My final word, in the words of our soon to be ex-president, the oligarchs. That's it. The oligarchs. That's my final word. Okay, people, we are done here now on the Ted Pod. We're going to continue to bring you guys news. And as we can see right now, these other folks out here who are these major players and stuff out there in this market, they have conceded to the Donald. They have completely capitulated to the Donald. To the Donald Trump. They capitulated to him. They have tooted their behinds up and let him have it. And they are scared to say anything about him at all.
Wait a minute. Did you say toot?
Tooted their behinds up and gave it to him. Yes, sir. So we're not afraid of the Donald. We're going to say what we have to say. And if his diaper stinks, His diaper stinks, and we gonna say it. And most of them are afraid to say it, but yeah, he got diapers.
He stink.
He got a diaper on, y'all. Look at him. He got a diaper on. Oh, but anyway, we're gone, people. Bye bye. See you next time.